Maybe let me sit this way. Yeah, that's much better. Please do not come for my hair. I know I look crazy, but it's all good. I don't know what that is. Just waiting for some more people to come up in here. I should have started this live when I first went cooking, or when I first started cooking, but the food is mostly done. I'll show y'all in a little bit. I just took it off the heat, and then I have my broccoli steaming in the oven right now. Hi, Princess R. How are you doing? I put some cartoons on for the girls, so while I cooked, y'all already know the drill. Gotta cook in peace. But I tried a new recipe. Y'all, today for my recipe book, and I think it turned out pretty good. I did a taste test just now, so I'm just letting it kind of cool off. And then I feel like y'all done seen my broccoli before, but how are you holding up, Princess? Hey guys, welcome in. Don't talk about my hair. I know I look a little crazy. I need to take these twists out of my head because yeah. I thought I heard, I think that's the oven. Anyways, today has been a very eventful day, to say the least. I'll talk about it in a few minutes. How was everybody's Monday? I think I will say, even though it was like drama today, I will say my Monday was pretty good. I think I had a good day at work. It's so hot outside though. Hello, Turkey. It's so hot outside, but what's new? What's new? What can you do about it? I just feel like I look really, really crazy. Okay, so while the broccoli is going, I guess I'll show the finished product when everything, like when the broccoli is done. But it was good. It has some kick to it though, my food. So anyways, let's talk about today. So I started back at work last week at my old job. So I had to stop working there. I talked about this before. I stopped working there because I was doing an internship, and I was also in school. And hi, Turkey. And hey, not much. Just about to get into the tea from my day today. So yeah, so I stopped working at my job back in March because I was doing my internship at school, yada yada yada, and stuff. And so I just started back working at my job because now I'm able to. I'm finna get into it, Big Hershey Kiss. Because when I tell you, I wish I was able to show. First of all, I wish I went live on my other phone, but it's always dead. So I could show y'all messages upon messages upon messages. So I started back at work like a week ago. And, you know, it's the same people who work there. Like, it's a family business. So, you know, we're all close. We're all cool. There's this one girl. Oh, Bell College. I'm about to show y'all. I made lemon turmeric chicken and basmati rice. That's what I made. It's just cooling off right now. And the broccoli's in the oven. So yeah, so the people I normally work with, you know, the manager and the manager's daughter. That's usually like what we work and stuff. And there's also another girl who works there, and I ain't gonna say her name. She's a little younger. She's about to turn 19. So her birthday is coming up. Y'all know my birthday and Sayla's birthday is next month as well. Her birthday is at the end of next month. And so I remember before I came back, like I had to come back to do like my paperwork and stuff like that. Because y'all know I'm in the process of getting my last name changed. And at my job, I had to go through the process of becoming a notary. So I am a notary now. So I was going in, like I had to go in a couple of times to do some paperwork. And when I had went in, the girl, she asked me, she was like, oh, I'm having a dinner for my birthday. Like, do you want to, you can come, whatever. And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. I didn't know when it was going to be. I just was like, oh, okay. I didn't say much about it. And she was like, oh, I'll just add you into the group chat. So when I ended up coming back to work last week, I had got added to this group chat. And yeah, so we're in there. So it's pretty much like everybody who works there at my job in this group chat, basically. I don't work with everybody. Like I said, I mainly just work with the manager and the manager's daughter, and really, really close. I'm not really close with the girl who invited me to the dinner. And y'all know I have like social anxiety, so I don't really like going places for real, um, like by myself per se, because it was gonna be me. She invited like, people at work, and then it's like her family. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't want to go by myself. So I was like, Don P, do you want to go with me? Because she was talking about it, and I was in a group chat, you know. The whole week had gone by, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to go. I asked Lissa B if she could watch the girls on the 26th. She was like, yeah, I can do that and stuff. And so then we started like making plans of where we were gonna have the dinner. And at first it was supposed to be at H&W. We was talking about it in the group chat. This is before I even agreed to like go to the birthday dinner. So basically it was like a $3,000 spending minimum, and you had to sign a contract and everything. She's younger, so she don't really know much. So the manager that I work with was pretty much just telling her that's not good. Let's not do that. And so then she was like, Fogo de Chao. I've never been there. Don P has been there before, and he was like, basically, he doesn't like it, but he was like, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So yeah, at Fogo de Chao, it was a yes, 3K. Stay with me, minimum. So I was like, oh, wow. She sent me the screenshot. This is what the people told her. So she was like, send me some restaurants, because she wanted to do like a steakhouse. H&W is a steakhouse. I've never been there either. And so I was sending her places. Y'all know I just got married. And so we had lunch at Ray's on the River. They have a bunch of stuff like seafood. I heard their steaks were good as well. And so I sent her Ray's on the River. Even though it was far out, I also sent her the Mark, because I kind of was getting her vibe that she wanted it to be like, all elegant, or like, high class fine dining. And I'm like, those are good fine dining restaurants. Somebody else said STK. I've been to STK. I don't really care for it, but that's also somewhere you can go get a steak. So Fogo de Chao was a $1,500 minimum of what you had to spend. And so this is where it gets a little confusing, because they told her that she had to make a $500 deposit. She said it was 20 people coming, including her, me, everybody. And then she said it's $80 per person. And so there's different dining packages that you can have. And so on the dining packages, it was like $76 per person, but she said 80 because she was factoring in the gratuity, because it's automatic gratuity included in it. Stay with me. So, I asked Don P, shout out to him, because me personally, I did not want to really go, because one thing about me, I don't like to make like a commitment to something if I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go. So, Alyssa B was like, oh yeah, I can watch the girls. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't want to go by myself. So Don P, he had agreed to go with me, and I was like, okay, like we can go. We'll see how it goes. So then the number in the group kind of started dwindling, and she was like, y'all let me know if you'll be able to go. So once Liza B told me, we're good, she can watch them, I was like, okay, we should be able to come. And she was like, let me know, I need a confirmation, whatever. And so that happened. And so then people started asking her, like, okay, so how much, like, where are we supposed to send you the money, whatever. I also was a little confused. I've never been there, so I didn't know, like, how that's supposed to be going. Now I be listen. So basically, that was the conversation. So $1,500. That's, I found that out after the fact. So it was like, okay, you have to spend up to $1,500. Then it went from 20 to 18 people. And so, okay, the numbers starting to go down of who's coming. And so at work today, it was me and who I normally work with, the manager and the daughter, because I was kind of trying to get down to the bottom of, okay, so how is it going to go? What are we going to be doing? And we spent the whole work shift talking about what we're going to do. Yes? Okay, I'm coming. So anyways, yes, I am married. Oh my gosh. Okay, we gonna have to fill you in a little bit later. Let's get into the real tea. So basically, the daughter who works there, and she was coming with her best friend. She was like, yeah, after it was kind of, dicey about the price where we send the money, she was like, yeah, I'm not going. And I was like, okay, you're not going. Like, I don't know. Like, I never worked a shift with her. When I came back last week, that was my first time working a shift with her. I knew she worked there. Every time she come in, I say, hey, hey, Deja, hey, girl, and stuff like that. And so, when you're going to something, you want to know, like, people that's going to be there. And so when some people are like, oh yeah, I'm not going, like, from work, I'm like, okay, like, all right, this is kind of like weird now because I don't really know them. And so we kind of just was talking amongst ourselves, like, if it's a minimum of $1,500, the daughter who works there also told me you're not allowed to take home leftovers. It's pretty much a buffet style. And so on top of the $80 that you're spending just for the dining package, you're also going to be spending more for your food that you eat. And then keep in mind, there's still gratuity. And it's a one check type of thing. And so the daughter was like basically saying, I'm not going somewhere and showing up and then gonna have to pay for somebody else who might not show up, basically. Because she had invited like some boys to come or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know these people. Like, I don't know these people. I'm in a big group chat with who all is supposed to be coming, like her mom and stuff. Oh, then she told my manager, she was like, oh, by the way, me and my mom are going to need a ride to Fogo de Chao, the place. Okay, they don't have a car. So, and mind you, we're going to be spending a bunch of money to go to the restaurant. All right. So when the daughter started breaking it down to me, because she's been there like before, and so I'm like, okay, I was confused about the $500 deposit as well. So you mean to tell me if the number's going down and you have to spend at least $1,500, that means our price is gonna go up. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute, because we're two of whoever's there. So I'm gonna be spending more than a person who's just by herself. And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not really sure about that. So we all collectively, all three of us were like, maybe we should just do something else for her. So the daughter, she came up with this idea, literally a backyard barbecue. Jasmine, whew, I haven't even gotten to the tea about it because, okay, so that's what she wanted as well. So the manager, her boyfriend, she had did like he cooked before at the job. So he had like this big old cookout or whatever for one of her birthdays. This is before I was here. So not only was it going to be the dinner, but she was also wanting to have a barbecue as well at the job. So that's two celebrations. It's a work celebration, and then it's a celebration with like her family and then people at our job. So yeah. So basically the daughter was like, we should probably do something that's a little bit more reasonable in our budget and stuff like that. Because keep in mind, I'm planning Sayla's birthday party. It's nothing too big, but yesterday I spent like $200 on her birthday decorations, stuff like that. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, okay, it's a lot of money, you know what I mean? And they were like saying, you have other stuff, that you gotta handle, like, you have your kids and stuff like that. People aren't just trying to go like spend hundreds of dollars and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you got a point. And then I think it's one thing to spend a lot of money, like, but also get quality food. And so I'm hearing the food is nasty, not only from her, but Don P, who has been there before. But he's just agreeing to go along because I'm like, yeah, like, I'm trying to be nice, and go to her birthday party. And yeah, so she's like, okay, everybody wear all black and da 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 da, and it's gonna be the dinner. So the daughter was like, how about we do something and suggest that we don't, do all of that? Because if she's about to make a $500 deposit, like, she doesn't work that much, and she's a young girl, like, she could really save her money versus spending all this money on doing something. Like I said, she's 19. Yes, a dress code, heavily enforced. So yeah, she's turning 19, y'all. Keep that in mind. So that's what the daughter was saying. The daughter is about a year older than me. So, she was like, actually a year and a half older than me. Can I see that? Thank you. So I was like, okay, yeah. So she came up with the idea. She was like, it's so many other things that you can do in the city. So the thing is called Tea Around Atlanta. So cute. So it's like a bus, and it's like you have tea, and there's like little small like plates and stuff like that on there. I googled it. You can Google it. It's really, really cute. $90. I mean, not $90. It's $90, right around. Obviously, it's no like liquor served or anything like that, but of course, like, if you want to bring your drink, whatever. No, these are all black people, and it's about to get real black here really soon. So I googled, I was like, yes, that's great. And we were basically saying like, okay, we're going to how about it just be us, like the people at work, all the girls, that we do something for her. So we're all gonna pitch in. She's not gonna have to pay for anything. With all of us, I think it was around like I can't remember, but it's like 90 or so dollars. I think it was like 65 for the small package. It was like $65 per person. We all pitch in. So okay, you're spending what, like 80 something dollars, whatever. And then it kind of varies well by the person, so you kind of like toggle over the thing. But anyways, go put it back because we're about to have dinner. Okay, you can have some of your water. So way cheaper, way cheaper. I mean, it's way better than spending $1,500, right? Minimum. So, yeah, the birthday girl, she's black. We're all black. Actually, we're all black who work there. And so we created like a small group chat, and we just was like, hey girl, how about we do this for you? Because we pretty much came to the consensus, like, this is a lot of money to be spending on something. Instead, you can do something with your family, and then we can just do something for you, like all of us, all the girls. And yeah, she was like, oh, she was like, oh, I love it, that's so cute, that's so pretty, whatever. And so we were like, okay, I'm reading the messages. So I just got off work and I'm like, oh, great. She loves it. And then she's like, oh, like, and so she says, you know, there are other people who's doing something separate for my birthday. So she was like, are y'all still gonna come to the dinner? So she wanted us to come to the dinner and also pay to go on the Tea Around Atlanta thing. No. We were all kind of like, And so then she pretty much was like, yeah, we pretty much reiterated what we were saying. No, like, you know, you have your thing with your family if you want to go out and have your dinner. And she basically did not like that. Sent a whole long paragraph, y'all. And she was like, yeah, she was like, so she went from, oh, I love it to, oh, she was like, I mean, I guess, like, she said, what did she say? Oh, I wish I had my other phone so I could just be scrolling through messages. She's gonna say, like, her whole tone changed up. She was like, yeah, she was like, she said her dad was doing something for her separately. Her other friends were all doing something for her separately. And so she was like, we can just do the Tea Around Atlanta thing August 2nd, and then we can do the dinner on the 26th. And so I was just like, okay. So that's when I chimed in and I was like, we're not going to be able to do both. You know, we think this will be better. Like, I thought it'd be cute. It's all us girls, you know, really cutesy, like, you know what I mean? Still keeping it cute and nice, right? And she was like, not liking it. She said, oh, I mean, yeah, I guess the Tea Around Atlanta thing, like, that's smooth. It's okay, or something. Like, just her whole tone. Yes? Where are my glasses? Huh? Because y'all have to take turns. Y'all have to take turns. It's not even a milestone. Oh my goodness, right. Spoiled. Okay, so then she started to get, like, ungrateful, basically. Like, the daughter was like, it's giving that she's ungrateful because we were going to pay for her. And she was just like, oh yeah, she said, you know, this kind of hurt my feelings. She said, I was so excited about the dinner and stuff like that, you know, because we were coming and we had planned it and everything. Mind y'all, we just started talking about it in the group chat about going to this place at the end of last week. So it's only been 4 days that this has been in conversation. And the dinner is on the 26th. And she even said in her message, she said, it's not that it was a late notice, but it's just I was so excited for it. And so, you know, me being me, I'm not trying to be mean about it, you know, and I just like, oh, like, you know, I feel bad that we hurt your feelings. I was like, we're not trying to hurt the intent wasn't to hurt your feelings. We just want to do something special for you that's more, you know, attainable for us. You get what I'm saying? So it just wasn't clicking in her head. And so, you know, she just was like, I wish y'all would have told me this from the beginning when I asked if y'all could come and stuff like that. And so in my head, you know, obviously, like I just said, I didn't know. Hey, come from over there, okay? Come over here. So I remember I just told y'all, me personally, I wasn't everybody in the group chat was kind of confused about the money thing when she was explaining it and breaking it down what the lady had told her, because we had even asked, when do you want us to send you the money? She never responded to that. And so, yes, Big Hershey Kiss. So that happens, right? So we're thinking, okay, so at this point, the daughter is a little bit annoyed. Mind you, I got off work and I'm talking to Don P. I haven't even pulled off yet. And so I came back into work and I'm talking to them about it, because at this point the daughter is getting frustrated. I can tell just by the way she's texting. And when I came in, she was like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, I don't want to do the Tea Around Atlanta thing anymore because she's not seeming grateful for it. You know, I can understand, okay, like, you know, oh, that's what happened. Okay, so I'm like, why would I get out of there, put it back? I was like, why would I go back in there? So, y'all, she started guilt tripping us, right? And I'm like, okay. So she said she's gonna respond back and say, oh, she said, you know, this is where the math confuses me, because she said, now since y'all aren't going, she said I had 18 people. Now it's down to 4. And I'm just thinking in my head, where did the other people come from? And she said, so I'm not even gonna do, she said, I'm just not even gonna do anything on my birthday anymore. It's cool. She said, I had my dress and everything that I was about to order. But she said, I'm just not even gonna do anything. And so that's when the daughter had got frustrated. And I was just like, she canceled her whole birthday, like her whole dinner, because we said we wanted to do something else. Put that stuff back. So yes, she thought she had moved the floor. Literally, y'all. So, and I think she wasn't understanding that the money, like, and how much we'd be paying, because she kept saying, hold on, baby, hold on. She kept saying it's $80 per person, $1,500 total. That's what she came back and said. And the daughter was saying it's much more than $80. You are okay, that was supposed to be. She said you were factoring in the gratuity of it, but the gratuity, if you take 20% of 1,500, that's 200. That's $300. And so just a few dollars extra, that's not gratuity. So yeah. She said with the gifts thing, she was like, gifts aren't expecting, but a token would be nice, something like that. Yeah, so that's what she said about that. So yeah, it was just kind of like weird. And then afterwards, so basically we have a group chat with all of us girls, like, you know, at work. It's pretty much all girls at work and one guy who's gay. And so you can really throw that in the trash. So yeah, so that's our work group chat, I guess if you want to call it. And so then there's the birthday group chat, her birthday group chat. So that's with her family in it, these boys, which one of the boys' name is Doodoo. I don't know what the other boy's name is. I'm not even making this up. So I guess Doodoo, oh, I don't even want to say who goes by that name. He sends a middle finger in the group chat, and then he leaves the birthday chat. This rubbed the daughter the wrong way. She screenshots it, sends it into the group chat with the girls, and she said, "Is he cool?" Question mark. She gonna respond. The birthday girl gonna respond and say, she was like, oh, she sent laughing emoji. She said, that's Mal, I guess his name or whatever. And she was like, I know. She said, don't even take him seriously. He just acts like that or something like that. I told him that the dinner was off and nobody was coming. So he sent a middle finger in the birthday chat and left the chat. So this sent everybody in an uproar, a huge frenzy. So I was like, oh snap. So mind you, I'm not able to like really text for real, because I think the vibe was already off. Like when I had came back into the job and I was talking to them, because I was like, wow, not her like guilt tripping us, because we said that it's not even that we just was like, oh, we can't come to your birthday. We had a day for her to where we could still do a birthday celebration. And it was like, just, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I'm canceling my whole birthday. Like, it was really crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything in the group chat. I'm just going to drive home and just kind of think about it in my head. And so then this is when this is happening. And I'm like, okay, this is a lot. The manager calls me. I'm on the phone. And she was like, I was like, what the? And she was like, girl. And I'm like, girl. Like, I'm just over here. Messages just going in the chat. I was like, what? Like, this is great. No, Jasmine, he sent the middle finger to us. To us. Yes. Yes. So then we're like, okay, so she's making excuses for him. And she's like, oh, if y'all really knew him, y'all would know, like, you know, that's just how he is. You wouldn't take it seriously at all. Making excuses for him. The daughter is saying, she was like, it's not okay. That's disrespectful. And then I did text, I said, it's nothing funny about it. Because I'm like, why are you sending laughing emojis? Like, that's rude. Like, and so I'm on the phone with the manager, and I was like, you know what that kind of gave me? You know when you like, nope. You know when you say something to somebody, and I was like, it's kind of like she was talking about us, and then that's why the middle finger was saying. Because I'm like, if you said, that's what she said. She was like, all I said was, everybody said they're not coming anymore. And I'm like, okay, like, why would they go to the extreme of like, oh, I'm gonna shoot a bird? Then I go back to the group chat. The daughter is basically calling them out because somebody added him back and he came to apologize for doing that. And he said, I'm gonna do this as respectfully as I can. I didn't mean no harm when I sent that. I just thought it was kind of crazy that, you know, I'm just going based off of what I heard, whatever. And so that's when the other daughter who works there, because remember, this is a family business, she was like, what did you hear? And he was like, that everybody's not coming, quote unquote. And so I don't know where it all went left. Hold on, let me look at the thing. Okay, sorry, I had to look at it. So the boy, he made his apology, and then so the other daughter, she said, what you heard, boo, with a question mark. And he responded back, he said, who is you anyways? Don't get beside yourself, period. That's when, okay, yes, so that's when the daughter, who I work with, was like, what was said. And so then, let me see. So then it just kind of went into like some just nonsense, really talking. And so the boys all started cussing, basically. He said, I'm not apologizing for nothing else. He started saying, I have more paper than you. I have more money than you. Then he started calling them, I guess my manager old, you're probably broke, all this stuff, like laughing emojis. My manager was like, just started removing people from the group chat because she was like, yeah, I'm over it. And it just kind of went completely left because I was like, what? And the whole time, her people, I guess, her family was like saying all of these things. I wasn't able to even send any messages because at this point, I was picking the girls up from school, and I'm seeing these messages, and I'm like, whoa. And so, yeah, they're going back and forth at it with the daughters or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I feel like they were kind of like threatening messages in my personal opinion. But the whole time, the birthday girl didn't say anything. Like, she kept on saying, oh, he's a grown man. You know, he can talk how he wants to. It wasn't that deep and stuff like that. She got offended because the daughter had called her messy because, you know, it was just a little fishy because just like, why would they all like kind of gang up? Okay. And so then we were just in a group chat trying to explain to her like where we were coming from because we did want to do something for her, but she just wasn't really being receptive. And you know when it's like you're talking to somebody and it's like talking to a brick wall. Hey, boo. Hold on, let me go give my boo a hug.
Hey, baby.
Hey, love. I'm on live. Okay. You want to look at the food? I think the broccoli is about done. Let me go ahead and show them. Let me show y'all the food real quick.
What kind of rice is that?
That's basmati rice.
Basmati.
And I put the turmeric in there, and that's a bay leaf in the middle.
Basmati rice.
I turned the broccoli off, so. And y'all done seen my broccoli before. Anyways, so.
Basmati rice.
Okay, I came upstairs, so. Y'all, I gave it a taste test. But he's so silly. Talking about some basmati rice. Yes, y'all, it's actually really good. All right, let me finish my story up real quick. So, the daughter who I work with, she don't play. She be getting active, y'all. So she done called the man a B word. That sent him over the edge. He's texting in all caps. Yeah, the manager was like, I'm about to delete this whole group chat. And she was like, she said, just don't even respond to it, which I didn't even say anything in that group chat. I was like, what is going on? And yeah, it was just really crazy. The birthday girl, she came into the other group chat and it just was messing there. It just blew up. I talked to the manager again on the phone and we just was like talking about, okay, like what's going on? Because at this point, we're not gonna do the T-bus anymore. We're just not going to do it because, they felt disrespected. She was like, why didn't you say anything in the group chat when everybody was like coming at us? Yeah, it was just a lot. And she was over it. And I just felt like, okay, you already have your own things going on. And she just kept on saying the same thing over and over again. And no matter what we were saying, like I said, it's like talking to a brick wall. And it's just like she wasn't really grasping what we were trying to say. She just kept on saying like how we all canceled on her and stuff like that. We didn't want her to do that. And it's just like kind of crazy because it's like we all work at the same place. And what's even crazier is like my manager had said before, she was like, I hope this doesn't, fall apart and it becomes like craziness. And basically the birthday girl, I was on the phone with the manager and I was like, you need to call her and, try to talk to her because texting isn't working anymore. Like it's not working. And my thing is, y'all, I didn't want to go to the dinner. I feel bad for saying that. And I didn't want to say that in the midst of people like, saying all these things because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. But it just was the fact that I was kind of going, just to support, be nice, whatever. And it just went left. She left the group chat. She's supposed to go to work tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow. I don't work until Thursday, actually. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the conversation was. But basically, since she left our work group chat, the daughter is gonna send, she done sent the link to the tea around Atlanta, and she was like, y'all want to do this? Because she was like, I still want to go. So basically they're like, okay, we're still gonna go on the T-bus thing, but just without her. And yeah, so that's where we are. My manager was like, oh, your birthday is next month. We could just do it for your birthday. So that's where we are. They sent in the group chat. Everybody else is down to go. I haven't decided yet, but I did want to go on the T-bus. But yeah, that I feel like it's gonna be interesting, and I feel like this is like really messy because it just went from like 0 to 100 so fast. And I don't know, like I don't know. It's really crazy. Like I said, I'm not sure how it's gonna be when I go to work on Thursday because it'll be me and my normal crew, the daughter and the manager, and then she'll be there as well. So we will see how it goes. You know what I mean? I just think it's really sad and it's really an unfortunate situation because yeah, it's too much drama. And I think what was really more hurtful is because, like I said, this is a family business. She has been there with them longer than I have. And she, they help her out a lot, basically. And, she's got a lot of stuff going on at home and everything. And so it's like they just felt, I can understand where the disrespect comes from because it's like, we consider you family. Like, they, you know what I mean? So yeah, but that was my experience at work. Mind you, I started back to work last Monday. So this has been officially 1 week of being back at work. And you know, I had even said at work, I was like, I should not have even said that I was going to go to the birthday party. Like, I shouldn't even been like entertained it or nothing. Like, I was like, I shouldn't even said nothing because then I wouldn't be in this. Yeah, I really just hope it blows over. I hope she doesn't like just quit work or anything because of this, because that would be unfortunate. But I do not like conflict or confrontation or anything like that. So, yes, that was my day, you guys. All these group chats, all these phone calls, all of this, just too much. But I felt like my manager would be able to talk to her the most because she's kind of like a mother figure to her. So I was like, yeah, you need to call her because texting is not helping. So I don't know. Hopefully the phone call worked out because yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, like I definitely agree. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I know she's young, but at the same time, I wasn't acting like that when I was 19. I mean, I couldn't because, you know, I had to really mature. But yeah, like that's crazy. You know, you could do so many things. Yeah. Like, and that's what they were trying to explain to her. You can do so many things with $1,800. That's the 1,500 plus the gratuity is where the $1,800 is coming from. Like you could do so many things, you know what I mean? Like you're saving a lot of money if you do like something smaller. Like you don't have to go all out or whatever. Like you don't have to. So yeah, and yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel. I don't even remember what I did for my 19th birthday. I don't even remember, but I know I didn't spend no $1,800. This is for her 19th birthday, Bell College. 19th birthday. I don't even remember what I was doing for my 19th birthday. Like, what did I do? I honestly don't even know. I don't know. Like, I know I did some fun stuff for my 18th birthday, but Don P had that planned out. Yeah, it really wasn't. And you know, the daughter did kind of have a point, like, it's not good to like plan out your birthday party like this, because then stuff like this can happen or whatever. Like it's just a lot. And it made me think to myself, and I was like, you know what? I never had to worry about like planning a birthday party. Like, you know, Lissa B, she would plan my birthday trips for me, you know, get all of that stuff sorted and in order. And then now I have John P and stuff. And so it's just like, yeah, you have a point. But yeah, like it's just, yeah, I'm just like, I hate that we hurt her feelings. I did not mean to hurt anybody's feelings. But yeah, her 21st birthday. That's what even the daughter said. She was like, she's not even legal to drink or anything like that. Like, you know, you go to a restaurant. She was like, I go to a restaurant, especially a nice one, I want to be able to have a drink or something. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, I've never been to a restaurant where I have to sign a contract or where there's a minimum where you need to spend. I was like, what? Yeah, we were put in an uncomfortable situation. And I thought the tea like party bus would have been so cute. It's so cute. Y'all need to Google it. It was so cute. And it's like way more affordable. I feel like it's worth the money that you spend. And I thought that would be really cute. And I think it was more, you know, like I said, attainable, and it made everybody else, you know, more comfortable and stuff like that. You know, so yes, y'all. I hope she figures something else out. And, you know, she still has a month, like, until her birthday. Because her birthday is not even on the 26th. It's actually on the 28th. So, ciao. Ciao. But yeah, that's my little drama. So y'all think I shouldn't go on the tea party bus thingy? with my coworkers. The new tea party bus. Because that's the new plan. I'm like, oh my gosh. But to be fair, you ago, that's what, you know, like I said, I did want to go on it because I thought it was kind of cool. And I was like, why not? Not a Popeyes gift card. And you know what's crazy? Like, I was literally thinking still, I was like, oh, you know, I was going to get her a gift and everything. Like, because I like to do things, you know, nice things for people. Yeah, like, Big Hershey Kiss said, I don't know. Yeah, like, if, like, because now they're talking about doing it on the 12th. And, I mean, I know it might be, like, a little weird because it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to go on the bus thing. And then the manager was like, yeah, this can be, like, your birthday celebration, Deja. And I'm like, okay. So now it's my birthday. I don't know. But I don't know. Hey, I don't mind going on a free ride. Like, if it's free, then it's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to turn it down? Am I supposed to turn it down? I think it's cute. But I don't know. We'll see if I'm able to go anyways. You know, because Saturdays are busy days with Don P and him working. So we shall see. But yeah. Right, Passion. Popeye's gift card. Ciao. Yeah. Like, now that the whole birthday thing is off, I do feel a little bad. Like, I still want to get her something. You know, they done completely canceled the stuff that we did have planned for her. And I don't know if that cookout is going to happen either at work that she wanted either. So that might not happen. I just really hope that she didn't quit. Like, I'm really kind of nosy, but like, I done got a headache from this whole situation, and I'm tired of texting. So, yes, y'all. But anywho, that was my day. Such an interesting Monday. I'm gonna go make my man some food because we both only had salads today. But I guess I'll keep y'all updated. If I go on the tea thing, y'all are gonna know because I'm probably gonna post it on here or go live or something. So yes, y'all, my lips are always so chapped when I get on here. Anywho, you at the Popeyes? Yeah, I'll think of something. Not a Popeyes gift card. Yeah. And the daughter, she's over it. Like, she is like, I don't even care no more. She's like, she's lucky if she gets a happy birthday from me. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, she not playing. She not playing. But anywho, you guys, that was Lissa B had called me earlier. I'm gonna call her, and yeah. Thank you, Passion. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Hershey Kiss, as well, because I know you missed a couple chapters, honey child. I know you missed a couple chapters. But yeah, I'm about to go. I hope y'all enjoyed hearing the tea and the mess. I normally don't have tea or mess, but you know, that was that. That was that. What a great first week back at work for me. So yeah. But anyways, I'm about to get off of here. Bye.